Let's get straight into that debate whether this is a masterstroke by the BJP or has the BJP played its card too early. Joining us this evening is Dr. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Also joining us from New Delhi, from Mumbai, is Vice President and Member of Parliament from the Rajya Sabha, Smriti Irani. Also with us this evening is author and columnist Sudhindra Kulkarni. Bharat Kumar Raut, Member of Parliament of the Rajya Sabha from the Shiv Sena, also joins us. With us is also editorial chairman of the Outlook magazine, Vinod Mehta, and Kumar Ketkar, chief editor of the daily Divya Marathi. My first question to you, Smriti Irani, is the fact that this announcement has come within 3 months of the Goa National Executive. A day after the Goa National Executive, we all remember L.K. Advani resigned from all party posts. Is there something that you're expecting along the similar lines this time around also, because he's made his displeasure known, he's written a letter again today, he has been in Delhi, not attended the parliamentary board meeting. Is this the era of L.K. Advani over and the era of Modi not so gracefully begun?
I think the leader of opposition, Shri Arun Jaitley, has articulated very well the stand of the Bharatiya Janata Party vis-a-vis all the questions that you posed to him with regards to Mr. Advani's stand, with regards to the announcement of Shri Narendra Modi as a prime ministerial candidate. Let me just say this, that as a Karyakarta of the Bharatiya Janata Party, I am extremely delighted that the parliamentary board of my party has taken into cognizance the feeling of the cadre of the entire party, and giving voice to that feeling of the cadre. Today an announcement has been made which is historic in nature.
Ms. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, I mean, is this a master stroke by the BJP, or do you think the BJP has played its cards too early, given the fact that the Congress is nowhere close to announcing its own prime ministerial candidate, whether Rahul Gandhi will step into that job or not?
Well, it's good that the high-end drama is over within the BJP, though I could very visibly see, it was very clearly visible that many of the senior leaders are not happy because their reactions and their, the way they were speaking sounded that it was not a very unanimous decision. However, it's their party problem, they have to decide. But we are happy that at least this high-end drama is over. Ever since 2012 elections, Modi ji was pitching himself for this position. Rajnath Singh ji was trying hard. What they have done is their own business. Now the next step comes.
No, but Dr. Joshi, the question was on what is your position? What is the position of your party?
I'm saying.
What about your leadership issues? I mean, the BJP, Dr. Joshi, to be fair to the BJP, the argument that they keep giving, that, you know, they are practicing their brand of what they call internal democracy. They can always turn back and say, what is your form of democracy?
We are a very stable party. We are not in a party in a hurry for power. The BJP thinks it's their last chance, and they have some that Modi is for them is like a savior at this moment. For us, the party is very stable. We have always given best prime ministers to the country, and we will also come up in time, proper time. It's too early to decide on these issues. Right now, my party and government is more concerned with bringing in bills and having those passed in the House in order to give the best that we can give to the common man and to the poor people. So our interest is basically providing social security to the common man in this country right now. And this will also come. 5 elections are coming. We'll contest those. The parliament election is a bit far off. We'll see when the time comes. This is for the High Command to decide, for the Working Committee to decide. But now I'm glad, and I would want from here on that the model which they want to replicate at a larger, mega level, at the national level, that is the Gujarat model, please start debating that model now. Let us see what is this model. Let us threadbare it. What we are scared of, people like me, who are secularists, people like we, who believe in inclusive democracy, that if the model of Gujarat is what the BJP wants to replicate, through its leader, who they say is now being acclaimed by the entire nation, it's a popular voice. Hitler was also a populist. He came into power through populism.
We'll come to that question of the Gujarat model, Ms. Joshi. We'll come to the question of the Gujarat model. Is that something that the Congress needs to emulate or be worried about? That is something that the jury is still out on.
No,
is the Congress worried about the Gujarat model, or it's going to emulate? But let me draw in Sudhindra Kulkarni, who's worked very closely with Mr. L.K. Advani in the past. Mr. Sudhindra Kulkarni, yesterday you tweeted and you even gave a statement that a man who has polarized his own party, will he be able to give a stable government? You said that, you made your views public. But Mr. Sudhindra Kulkarni, as a person who has worked very closely with Mr. L.K. Advani, my question to you is, as the patriarch of the family, could Mr. L.K. Advani have conducted his opposition in a more graceful manner? Because that is something that would be associated with Mr. L.K. Advani.
You see, the decision that the BJP has taken is a majority decision, but it is not a unanimous decision, and it's a very important difference. Democracy is not just a mathematical concept. Here is the Ghar Ka Mukhiya, the head of the family, the tallest leader of the party after Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, expressing serious reservations about the choice of Narendra Modi or the manner in which it has been taken. Because he is experienced, a lot of people misinterpret this as Advani ji's selfishness. He wants to become prime ministerial candidate himself. This is completely untrue. Those who know Advani ji well, and I can claim that I know him somewhat, he is the most selfless leader in Indian politics. Why has he taken this issue, this position? Because he sees the writing on the wall. He has enormous experience of Indian politics. In 1996, the BJP emerged as the single largest party with 166 seats. Even then, with a tall leader like Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the party could not get enough allies to form a government. Within 13 days, the government collapsed. So he sees that with Narendra Modi, a polarizing leader, the BJP has very little chance of gaining allies to form a stable, good government. So his opposition today is in fact a note of warning to his own party and of course to the nation at large that now the country must move in a manner that unites all sections of people, and the leader of that government has to be a non-polarizing figure.
Smriti, Ghar Ka Mukhiya, that's what Sudhindra Kulkarni says. Ghar Ka Mukhiya knows the writing on the wall. Can the BJP afford to disregard what Mr. L.K. Advani, the insider, can see? Are you disregarding that completely?
I think by his own admission, Sudhindra Kulkarni ji has publicly stated that he is not a part of the BJP anymore. And by calling Advani ji Ghar Ka Mukhiya, let me say, wo mere ghar ke mukhya hain. And as much as I know Advani ji, he will never support a word spoken against the Bharatiya Janata Party or its leadership in the way that Mr. Kulkarni deems fit tonight on your channel. Let me only say this, that the voice of the cadre, that the need of the cadre and the demand of the cadre today was reflected in the parliamentary board. The parliamentary board took a unanimous decision to appoint and announce Narendra Modi as the prime ministerial candidate of the Bharatiya Janata Party. You've had Arunji before on this show state the reasons and the way that this whole process came about. Let me reiterate, along with Narendra Modi, along with Arun Jaitley, along with Sushma Swaraj ji, along with Rajnath ji, Lal Krishna Advani ji also wants a Congress Mukta Bharat, and there is absolutely no confusion in that statement.
Kumar Ketkar, if I can come to you, I mean, there is this whole sparring going on between Sudhindra Kulkarni and Smriti Irani about who's the insider and who's the outsider. Do you see Mr. L.K. Advani as somebody who wrote a letter, resigned from all his party positions a day after the National Executive at Goa, stepped down from all these positions? Is this the end of the letter that he has written today to Rajnath, blaming Rajnath for, working in a style that is not approved by Mr. L.K. Advani? Or is there more to come from Mr. L.K. Advani, given the fact that the party clearly seems to have put him behind overruled him completely and moved ahead with a choice of Narendra Modi as the prime ministerial candidate.
Yeah, it is true. Party has moved ahead, keeping Advani behind. But this is not new to the Sangha Parivar or the BJP or Jan Sangh in its earlier avatar. Balraj Madhok was sidelined, and finally Balraj Madhok is alone, fighting for the so-called party called Jan Sangh, which still exists. Most people don't know that. So it is not as if for the first time Advani has been sidelined, Balraj Madhok was sidelined, Nanaji Deshmukh was sidelined. So it is quite common practice for the BJP or the Sangha Parivar to sideline their senior leaders to make way for the so-called young and energetic in view of the power that they expect to come. So I think this is entirely based on power. It is not based on ideology at all. It is not based on any principle. It is not based on in any parampara which they talk about so much about family and internal and respect and all that. So I think it is perfectly in order. And also the time is absolutely according to their choice. The time is also according to their choice just before the assembly elections in 4 states.
It's all about power.
Yes?
Smriti Irani, the sense is that it's all about power.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nothing
It's a power-hungry party. It's a power-hungry party, Smriti
Yeah, it's
Irani.
not ideology, not principles. It is not ideology, not principles, not tradition, not culture.
Party which has just shifted Mr. L.K. Advani on the side.
Nobody has shifted Advani ji to any side. Let me reiterate here, Advani ji has been an inspiring leader for all of us, including me. Advani ji has guided many political activists, including me, in our careers. But the hallmark of the Bharatiya Janata Party is that this is a party of the cadre, by the cadre, dedicated to the nation. And it is the cadre today which
So that's a message to Mr. Advani.
Was extremely interested.
So Smriti Irani, wouldn't this be seen as, Ms. Irani trying to send out a message to Mr. Advani that learn that this is a party of the cadre, by the cadre, for the cadre?
In fact, Sanket, this is a message to the entire nation that a man born in a village in Gujarat, born to a family which was not economically very empowered, who had to literally sell tea at the railway station, can through a democratic process, through hard work, through talent, not only become the chief minister of a state, but can also aspire to be the prime minister, which is something that cannot be said for the Congress party. I think today is not only a celebration for BJP workers, but also a celebration of Indian democracy, that a man not born to a political family, that a man not born with a silver spoon in his mouth, can aspire and can one day hold the highest office in the nation.
What does
Neither
Smriti
did
say
Mr.
about
L.K.
Lal Bahadur
Advani come
Shastri?
from a political
What does she say about
family.
Narasimha Rao?
Neither did Mr. L.K.
What does
Advani
she say
come
about
from a political
Dr. Manmohan
family.
Singh?
Rita ji, by your own admission,
what is their
Rita ji, by your own admission, prime ministers in your party are anointed by the High Command.
Narasimha Rao.
Are you telling me prime minister in your party has not been anointed by the High Command?
Smriti Irani, many would say that you get your command from the RSS.
Back your statement 5 minutes
you
ago.
also listen to me. I heard you.
Rita ji, I have not finished.
What do you think about the background of
Let me finish
I'm
first.
asking you a question.
In the beginning of this
I'm asking you a question. You please ask
You ask me the question when I'm done
asking you
answering
a
Sanket's question. Madam, you asked me a
don't say
question
it
when
for
I'm
the
done
first time.
answering.
Smriti Irani, many would say that you are saying that there is a high command culture in the Congress. Many would accuse the BJP of having another high command structure. The RSS, remote controlling from Nagpur.
No, you had a unanimous decision taken. Sanket, you had a unanimous decision taken by various leaders who are very well present in front of the entire Indian media.
But
and
the RSS has to intervene
taken by the
each time,
parliamentary
Smriti.
board is reflective of the
No, the
voice
RSS
of the
had to
cadre.
intervene
Now the
in
question
June.
that has still been, no, it did not have to intervene. The only question that has
Of course
gone
it did.
unanswered tonight on your show is who's
Mohan
the
Bhagwat had to
Congress's
personally
prime ministerial
intervene to
candidate.
get-
There have been several
had
rounds
2
of
weeks
meetings,
ago.
Smriti. What are you saying?
Sanket,
Bhaiyaji Joshi
neither are you
had met
privy to
Mr.
what
L.K. Advani.
Mohan Bhagwat ji is
Mohan
doing,
Bhagwat
neither
had
am I
dinner with
privy to
Mr.
what
L.K.
Mohan Bhagwat
Advani
ji
to
is doing.
persuade him. There have been several rounds
Smriti
of
Irani,
meetings with the
Smriti
RSS.
Irani,
How
that
can you
point-
deny that there was no
Smriti Irani,
intervention by the
Smriti Irani,
RSS?
You are talking,
Smriti
then
Irani,
tell me when I can
you
begin.
said that I am not privy. No, Smriti, just quickly, telling
Neither am I.
you made a point that I'm not privy as to what RSS is actually doing or Mohan Bhagwat is doing. There is a press statement by the RSS which
Neither am
says
I.
that Mr. Mohan Bhagwat spoke to LK Advani and after that forced him to take back his decision. This is in June 2013 when he resigned. It's based on facts. What I'm saying is based on facts.
RSS, from what I know of it,
come to the forefront
Sanket,
of decision making in BJP. Earlier they were behind the scenes. Now
I thought my name is Smriti Irani and not
the
Rita Bahuguna
UP is in the forefront. So I'm very happy that now the cards are all open for the country to decide. With its RSS, which is going to decide political issues, because now they are directing who will become the leader, what will be the agenda, how will the campaign progress. Everything is into the hands of the RSS. That RSS, which was in the backstage earlier, did not have anything to do with politics. We are very happy. We are very happy now.
The way you speak tonight compels me to say,
Ms. Rita Bahuguna
Joshi speaks tonight.
Let Smriti reply. Let her rebut you.
She has more access and with the RSS than I do. Let me just say this, that the question that has gone unanswered tonight on your show is who's the Congress's prime ministerial candidate, and that question is extremely valid because 2 weeks ago you had the Prime Minister of the nation on an aircraft tell journalists that I'm more than happy to work under the leadership
to this country.